Well, in company news, Capgemini reporting the acceleration of growth in the first quarter of 2018. The group achieved consolidated revenues of 3.1 million euros for the quarter, or around about 4.9 million Australian dollars.
Yeah, this was up 7.2% year on year. Well, a bit more on that performance, actually. We're pleased to welcome Nicolas Aidoud, Capgemini CEO of Australia and New Zealand, who joins us live at the desk this morning. Nicolas, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
So appreciate it. And just having a look at some of those growth figures there, I mean, accelerating in the first quarter there, you'd be pretty pleased, I suppose, with that momentum. Just tell us a bit more about what's behind that, what's underpinning that growth at the moment.
So first of all, I think we published the results last week. And it's not only a good start, it's also the first time in the history of the group that we crossed the mark of the 200,000 employees in the world. So it's also the first time in the history of the group where we are, for the first quarter, above 3 billion euros, as you said, for revenue and bookings. So clearly a record in the history of the group, 50 years of history of the group.
Looking at the breakdown, you can see that the growth rates that you're enjoying out of the Asia Pacific and Latin American region, but specifically for Australia and New Zealand, I mean, how's it looking here, both in terms of the financial metrics, but also you made mention of staff. I mean, are you growing here as well?
Yeah. So let me come back just on the group. So there is two major key contributing factors of the growth of the first quarter. It's the US market.
Yep.
So it's our biggest region. As you may know, it's 30% of our revenue and is growing by 15%. So that's the key engine of the growth. The second engine, and I will come back on that at the Australia level, it's what we call digital and cloud. It's 40% of our revenue overall, and it's growing by 20%. And that's exactly the momentum that we have in Australia. This positive momentum regarding the cloud and the digital, it's more than 40% of our business, and it's growing more than 20%. So in terms of employee in Australia, we have now 2,500 employees are working for Australian clients.